GITLI'S Trail, created by Arthur Rumrill. My name is Gitli. In the language of my people, it simply means dog. I have always belonged to Little Bird's family. He was just a boy when I was born under the porch of their cabin in the hills of what the white men now call Georgia. His mother fed me scraps of cornbread and venison. His grandmother sang me to sleep with old songs. And Little Bird, he shared his blanket with me every night, even when the winters grew cold. We were happy. Then the soldiers came. They burned the cornfields. They took the horses. They put my family in chains and drove us like cattle toward stockades. I followed. Of course I followed. Where else would I go? The journey west was not a road. It was a wound cut across the land. We walked for many moons. The old ones fell first, then the little ones. Every morning we left more graves beside the trail. Little Bird's grandmother died quietly in her sleep near the Tennessee River. I lay beside her body until they carried her away. I did not howl. There was no strength left for howling. At the great river, the one they call Mississippi, something terrible happened. The soldiers would not let us dogs on the boats. They said there was no room. The people begged, but the captains turned their backs. My family was forced onto a crowded flatboat. Little Bird cried and reached for me, his small hands stretching across the cold water. "Gitli, Gitli, come!" I plunged into the icy river without hesitation. The current was strong. It pulled at my legs like angry spirits. Many of my brother and sister dogs tried to swim after their families that day. Most never reached the other side. I reached it. Gasping, half-frozen, I dragged myself onto the far bank just as the boat pulled away. Little Bird saw me. For one brief moment, his face lit up with joy. The first joy I had seen in many weeks. Then the soldiers drove the people onward, and I followed again, dripping and shivering. The days blurred together after that. Hunger, sickness, endless rain that turned the trail into red mud. I hunted what I could. Rabbits, squirrels, sometimes nothing at all. Whatever I caught, I brought back to Little Bird and his mother. They tried to refuse, but I would not eat until they did. That was my job, to protect, to provide, to stay. One night, deep in the frozen woods of what is now Arkansas, Little Bird grew very sick. Fever burned through him. His mother wrapped him in the last thin blanket and sang the old songs with a breaking voice. I curled tight against his side, sharing what little warmth my thin body still held. He whispered my name one last time and put his small hand on my head. "Gitli, good dog." He did not wake up in the morning. They buried him beneath a young oak tree. His mother placed a single turkey feather on the grave. I stayed by that small mound of earth for 2 days and 2 nights. I would not leave him, not even when the column moved on without us. On the third morning, Little Bird's mother returned. Her eyes were empty, but she knelt and put her arms around my neck. "Come, Gitli," she whispered in Cherokee. "He would want you to keep walking." So I walked. I walked until my paws bled. I walked until my ribs showed through my coat. I walked when the snow came and when the spring rains tried to wash the trail away. I walked because my family was still moving, and as long as they moved, I would be with them. Many seasons later, we reached the new land in the west. The people called it Indian Territory. It was not home, but it was land, and they began to plant again. They sang the old songs once more, quieter now, but still singing. Little Bird's mother grew old. When her time came, I lay beside her as I had with her son. She smiled weakly and scratched behind my ears the way she did when I was a pup. "You never left us," she whispered. "Not once." I stayed with her until the end, and when it was over, I finally allowed myself to rest. They say some dogs still walk that trail at night, thin shadows following the ghosts of their people. Maybe that is true. All I know is this: I was Gitli. I walked the trail of tears with my family, and I loved them until the very last step.